Looking through some of my old, hey guys, it's the Great right here, back in the video. I was looking through some of my old stuff downstairs in my filming room, and I found this. Thomas's Big Storybook. 6 books in one. This is like the storybook based the episodes. I'm gonna flip through it. It's in bad condition. I got this when I was like the spine's partly ripped off. I got this when I was like 5, maybe 6. I might take the face for a custom or something. So like all the stories and like storybooks and stuff, they're like frick. I remember accidentally almost. They're like all still in here. It's not like they're takeoutable, but like Thomas's Big Storybook. Bruh. I haven't read this book in so long, I've been wondering what it was. Like there's like the Thomas gets tricked, and then the 4 episodes from that season, Trouble for Thomas, 4 episodes from that season, Caroline, and then there's James and a Mess, Devious Diesel, and Edward's Exploit. And the reason I drew that was because I had just watched the video by, I had just watched the video by Enterprising Engine, Percy and Abestos. So, like, I'm like, oh, trains can smoke, I guess. Please don't find me. But yeah, Thomas gets tricked. I noticed that it was an image taken from a certain episode, like a future episode. This was from when I've had this for a while, and I reread it a couple of times. Like 2 years ago, I reread it, and I did that because I had just watched not Journey Beyond Thunder. I forgot. But I had just watched The Adventure Begin, so I'm like, oh, Thomas is nearly from the LDSC. So like I did that. This is like all because I knew that this was the LBSC Thomas person thing was in this timeline, so like I did that, and I also made Green Henry because I had read I have a giant book of the classical railway series, like the backgrounds and stuff, and I made my own OC thing in here. So there's the Gordon episode, Thomas Edward Gordon. I did the crying thing because I had watched the Goof episode in that episode. This is basically just like a story. I don't know why I did that. Basically just like a big book about a bunch of stories about a bunch of classical stories, like stories from the episodes. This episode was my favorite. The Devious Diesel's Deed and the Pop Goes the Diesel episode. Those were my favorites because they starred Duck. I don't know why I did that. And a close shave for Duck. Like all 3 of those episodes were like my favorite episodes from that whole series. I just noticed a goof in this book. There we see the cleaned off there, but then there we see he's more. So yeah, this is basically just a bunch of classical series, and I did this at the end of the book. Basically, this is just a book about some of the classical episodes from season 1 to season 3 or 4, I think. But yeah, this was just supposed to be a quick little review on this book. If you can find one of these for a cheap price, I recommend you buy it. Because with all that BWBA crap going on now, you would want to have one of these books to remember the old classical stuff. So if you can find one of these for a cheap price, buy it. This is the Grade 8 signing off.